that had more, let's call it authority. But there was also a saying called by bullet or by ballot. And if you watch your Westerns, those sheriffs would just get shot down right between the fucking eyes all the time. And then the guy that...
Oh, Jesus Christ, tacos! Those shows are like 40, 50, 60 years ago. And you're still watching that shit? Yeah, I mean, what did I say? What do you do? Watch the Rifleman? Rifleman! Hey, that's actually a pretty good show. I watch that from time to time.
shot the sheriff usually became the sheriff because everybody else couldn't stand the sheriff, and they're like, all right, finally, someone took that fucker out. So just saying, you know, I mean, if we go back to the Wild West things tend to happen. I don't wish that upon anybody. I don't know. I don't wish that on anybody, but beware of the people who are here to help you. And no, I didn't clip Angela's comments where she called me a liar and Tiffany a liar. She's got a screenshot and she knows everything.
Here comes that bullshit water.
And
Here comes that bullshit water. Here comes that bullshit water. Here comes that bullshit water. Watch him roll it. Watch him go. Watch him roll it. Watch him go. Watch him roll it.
But she wasn't in Kim's apology video. And why did Kim have to say at the end, go ahead and make a video, Taco, because I'm crying. It's what you do. Again, I had nothing to do with it. And the only videos I've made on Kim is when she has gaslit time and time again other people into believing things that simply aren't true. And then when they come out in the wash, nobody wants to admit, like, wow, I had no idea that that's what it was really about, which usually is just a little bit of nothing. But again, it all comes back on me. But this kind of goes back to...
I'm very old back in the 80s. Used to be a song by Eric Clapton. You remember that? I shot the sheriff, but then you shoot the deputy. I like that song.
Absolutely horrific. And it was like night after night after night. And then Wendy had joined in with that one, and they were all laughing about it and everything else. And now it's escalated into now James D's kids being used in videos. And that brings me back to the Moorish. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? And then people seem to forget that even within these Moorish and the sovereign citizens and militias or whatever, you can call it left or right, there is a group of people, and it's not parameters or even stalker Facebook groups or whatever. They just listen to each other. You'll see lurkers. And then every once in a while, they'll reach out and be like, yeah, you were right on that one. You know, you were right on that one. Because that's what fails to happen in third world countries. Number one, because they probably aren't allowed to reach out personally on any platform. And number two, they're scared to death that they'll be hurt. And that's what could easily happen here. And if you'll notice, that's what these people will do. They'll fight tooth and nail. If they see two people with different religions, different genders, different political beliefs, come together on anything, it drives them nuts. Because when it comes to women and children and slandering other people with lies, libel, and slander, Even with the slightest, oh yeah, I saw that. Co-signing for shit. Even if they saw it, but they didn't really understand it and would have to go revisit it, how's about just saying, I'd have to go look at that again. You know, instead of just, oh yeah, I saw that. And get the ball rolling with shit they don't know nothing about. Which they're already in deep, quite deep enough. With enough of their own shit. Well, we call those people backstabbers. Old school. And fine, whatever. But what happens is, people tend to tuck that under their cap. Smart people. You know, like judges. Once you lie in the courtroom, everything else you say is a lie. And then the hypocrisy.
You lie in court, you held in contempt.
Night after night after night after night. This one attacked my children. That one attacked my children. My children. But then there they are, giggling up with people who attack other people's children. And they think it's funny. And they even bring it over to their other shows. Oh, you have to meet her. She's so funny. She calls you this and duck, duck that and quack, quack that. When suddenly those people are cool and okay. YouTube is a sickness. I hope to be on Twitch as soon as possible.
Are you sure about that?
Everybody who likes me or wants to hear me is welcome to come. If you don't.
Taco's gonna leave YouTube or Twitch. Good.
Plus I got like
Go to
major
Twitch.
life changes going on. So I'm taking care of business.
Take your
and on
Muslim
the
husband
home
with
front
you.
first. And if and when I get settled, I've tucked away my research and I'm ready to roll over there. I hope to see some good people over there. And there's some good shows over there. I hope to promote some other good shows, like actual artwork that engages the audience and that doesn't have a problem.
Probably gonna go over there look for cop videos to
how
praise
they
the cops.
do things, why they do things, different things like this. Just your everyday Joe or Sally or whatever, who doesn't have a mind saying, yeah, this is where I buy my clay. Yeah, this is the kind of camera I set up. This and that. None of this other bullshit on here, like everything's supposed to be a big secret and hiding everything else, you know, to get a one-up on the next guy. I like it over there. It's people sharing ideas so far that I've seen. Now, there's bad apples everywhere. Oh yeah, bringing up Lepo. You know, I didn't ever watch Lepo much, and Lepo got involved with Wendy. Wendy hung on to that. She's still hanging on to that. That I was somehow involved, or that her and Lepo ganged up on me, and maybe Lepo let her believe that, thinking it was funny. Anyway, but it wasn't, and he was dealing with a weirdo. And somehow somebody had fed Lepo some bullshit about me, and it got to Defango, and suddenly I'm some kind of operative of some kind. And whatever, that's what they believe. I don't care. Now with these next court papers that I guess her name is Beth Bogart, and I don't really understand all of that. And I believe the papers were from Thomas, saying, well, they used to be friends, but now. Or they used to be enemies, but now they're friends somehow in the lawsuit, and that's his big complaint or whatever. Sometimes people put shit together.
Ooh, Thomas Schoenberger?
Even during the lawsuit, and can say, hey, wait a minute. I had thought you did this, and you had thought I had done that, when really somebody else had a third hand in this, 2 or 3 more hands in this. And this is what it all goes back to with Malibu's stream the other night, in which nothing was said about James D. or I. James D. is a big boy. He can handle himself. He's not even around. I'm only saying that it was said that somebody was bad-mouthing he and I. And there is no he and I. But somebody said that they were dropping both his name and my name.
I heard a rumor that supposedly Tacos has a crush on James D. Just saying.
To gaslight somebody who has some kind of animosity towards me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I heard her one time she talked about how she likes flying out to San Francisco to visit James D.
People I've been around, and gosh darn it, people like me. And some people don't. And I don't give a fuck. But rather than just sit back and think, that just doesn't make sense.
Clovis was talking about Mike Truth.
Sense. And
saying, he says, turn your camera, show yourself.
I became
then she's all trying to float him over and say, oh, Mikey, you're just cute a little button like that. Like, whoa.
Had been bashing James D. relentlessly for at least 6 months. And then they all reached out to her.
One of Taco's been checking out James D's crony drawers.
Biggggg bullshit and all this and that.
She probably,
Let's not take any ownership.
She probably wondering what kind of Stevie she'd be wearing. So with that.
Between her and whoever it was.
Sometimes I think Taco's talking about James. She's like she's got a crush on him.
In the middle or whatever. Yeah, but she's
like she'd like to go over to San Francisco and give that guy a good time.
And because
if you know what I mean.
And James D.
Oh God, man.
Streams. Even though a lot of them said filthy things about other people, about their children, about myself, about my children. But he had asked me to let it go. One time he asked me, and that's all it took. Let it all ride. Let it all play out. Just the way it's going to play out.
James told let it all ride. She said, okay, my love. Okay, you're so sexy, okay. That's what Taco was probably thinking. She's probably gawking him on when he's on cam. She's probably sitting there, she's probably caressing herself. Maybe rubbing one out. You know what I'm saying?
And if you have some kind of animosity for
she probably had to make sure the AA batteries were fresh and that pocket toy.
And she did this, and I have a screenshot of that.
She's probably thinking, later on I'm going to have to get the panel and go to bed and flip that switch on that thing.
Because if it's your of mainly jealousy, that's your problem.
Oh my God, man!
Not mine.
Man, Taco's using the bed as a toy. Think about James D. Like, oh, you got big cronies or James D. Oh.
I guess I'll wait for Twitch. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Good one.
Anyway, that's enough of that shit. You're saying about it over anyway. Oh my God, that's a good way to get out of that one. Fuck yeah, baby. Yeah, it's like this. You think Taco's all about the odds of cop watchers? Here's the verdict. Taco's got the hots for James D. She's checking out his crony drawers and using a pocket toy to pleasure herself to James D. Anyways, I'm out here. Mike John, peace out.